Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing great. As always, I am here with an update on what has happened here in Washington, D.C. this week. I want to start with a House Foreign Affairs Subcommittee and Oversight Accountability hearing, which I am the chairman of the Foreign Affairs Oversight. We held a hearing this week exposing how the State Department is misusing your tax dollars. This is nothing new. It's very unfortunate. I am sorry that the government is wasting your money. We try to get up their tailpipe on a daily basis about this, but unfortunately, in most cases, they do everything to admit nothing, deny everything, and make counter accusations. Now, when we send foreign aid abroad, number one, it all comes out of your pocket. Number two, it's usually not Uncle Sam doing the heavy lifting. We're outsourcing that job to external organizations, trusting them to get the mission done in line with American foreign policy goals and objectives. And at least that's what we're led to believe the State Department is doing. But again, being the chairman of Oversight of Foreign Affairs, which is oversight of the State Department, I can tell you that is not what's taking place. What happens when the State Department cuts a check to an NGO abroad, whether it's Humanist International or the Red Cross or Catholic Charities or whoever it might be, what those entities then do on the ground, that effectively becomes U.S. foreign policy because it's paid for by you. It's your foreign policy. Your dollars are going to pay these entities to do something abroad. This is how your tax dollars went to groups promoting atheism in Nepal or coaching migrants in Mexico on literally how to evade U.S. law and enter our southern border illegally, or actually giving migrants on the other side of the southern border cash or prepaid credit cards to just go out there and buy stuff. Again, that's literally a dollar taken out of your pocket and literally handed to somebody else that is not even an American, that's going to use some of your tax dollars to learn how to evade your laws. This is a waste of your money. And worst of all, it's not doing anything to help America. It's doing everything to hurt America. Yet the State Department is 100% culpable. They either don't know that it's happening in some cases, and I wouldn't give them the credit that they don't know it's happening, but you could say that's one of the options. Or they know that it's happening, but they don't care that it's happening. That's often the case. Or they know that it's happening, and they are willfully turning a blind eye because they're really supporting it, and that's more often than not what's happening. No matter which way you go, this is unacceptable, but it's the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to keep fighting to hold State Department accountable, make sure that they don't get your dollars, don't get your resources, because they are wasting it. I want to switch gears. I want to talk about something else. For the last few years, Americans have watched Joe Biden and his mental lapses and wondered, who's actually running the United States of America? And after last week's debate performance, I certainly hope it's not Kamala Harris. During the debate, Kamala Harris wrongfully claimed that there's not one member of the United States military who's on active duty in a combat zone, in any war zone around the world. Now, as a veteran, as somebody that has friends literally in places in war around the globe, I found this to be a slap in the face to all of the American men and women that are in uniform, deployed in dangerous posts overseas, and specifically those that are out there carrying a rifle and having to fire that rifle. There are 2,500 American troops in Iraq as we speak. There are over 900 in Syria fighting ISIS and terrorist militias. We also have hundreds of U.S. naval personnel in the Persian Gulf and the Red Sea, where the Houthis are literally firing drones and rockets at them. Let's not forget that President Biden took the Houthis off the foreign terrorist organization list, and so that he could give them what? What did he want to give them? He could give them more of your money, give them your aid. That's literally why they took the Houthis off of that list. Those brave warriors of ours are putting their lives on the line to protect America and our interests. They deserve a commander-in-chief who recognizes their sacrifice and the fact that they are there. Kamala Harris has gone out of the way to portray herself as a partner for President Biden in the White House, claiming often to be the last person in the room when they have some kind of major decision that's going on, like the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan that cost the lives of 13 American service members. Yet somehow she doesn't know that there are American soldiers deployed in active war zones. Was this an intentional misinformation, or does it stem from Vice President Harris being left out of the pertinent intelligence briefings by the White House? The American public and our service members deserve an explanation. So this week, I sent a letter to the White House asking them to address this issue that they don't know where our service members are abroad. This isn't just about having leaders who honor the sacrifice of our service members, although the importance of that cannot be stressed enough. It's about national security. Does Vice President Kamala Harris, who's asking to be president, know where our service members are in combat or not? Know where America has ordnance and rifles and other things being fired or not? The vice president is second in line of succession, and with Biden sharply declining, Kamala Harris might have to step in at a moment's notice. She probably should have stepped in already. I don't think she would be 1 ounce better, but you shouldn't be having Joe Biden, who doesn't know where he is as commander-in-chief. And Kamala Harris's comments at the ABC debate demonstrate that she is woefully unprepared for such an event. Our brave American warriors, they deserve better. So I've always said this. When Democrats in the House of Representatives, Democrats in the Senate, the Democrat National Committee, when they are out there making some claim against Republicans, some accusation, or against President Trump, it's more often than not the crime that they themselves are committing. Let's give a few examples. Remember the Russia collusion hoax? Remember how they spent 8 years swearing up and down that Russia rigged the 2016 election? Well, that's been debunked as total BS. But guess what? It turns out that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are actually the ones that were in bed with foreign players and benefiting from foreign election interference. They were the ones that paid somebody to go out there and through the Democrat National Committee actually get this investigation to take place. They were making the accusation, yet they were the ones that were guilty. This week, America's top intelligence agencies confirmed that Iran has been tampering with the 2024 elections to boost the Democrat ticket. Iran hacked President Trump's campaign this summer, snatched up sensitive intelligence, and then funneled it straight to the operatives tied to the Biden-Harris team, now rebranded as the Kamala Harris and Tim Walz campaign. We need answers from both the Biden-Harris administration and the Harris campaign about this potential collusion with Iran. For instance, did the Harris campaign use any of this hacked material? Has anyone on the Harris campaign met with individuals or spies linked to Iran or any of its proxies? Like, what was Robert Malley doing, the person that lost his security clearance? Is this election interference the result of a quid pro quo for actions taken by the Biden-Harris administration that have benefited Iran? Don't forget that it was Joe Biden and Kamala Harris that took Iran off the tables as a military target. Quite literally, I've spoken about that in length. They are the ones who took sanctions off of Iran. They're the ones who have kept in place people like Special Iran Envoy Robert Malley, who I just mentioned, who had his security clearance suspended for being too close to Tehran. Even though there is a lot that we don't know yet about this Iranian collusion, one thing is loud and clear. America's enemies, they are picking a side. Russian President Vladimir Putin has openly endorsed Kamala Harris, saying he wants her to win in November. China groomed Tim Walz early in his career, just like they groomed Hunter Biden. And now Iran is actively working to boost Kamala Harris. Our enemies have chosen. The only question left is, what are we going to do about it? I, for one, will continue to fight to expose any collusion that's taking place between Kamala Harris, Iran, or anybody. As always, I just want to say it is an honor to represent you. I hope that you all have a great weekend. I look forward to seeing you all around home, and you all take care. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please click like and subscribe. I will be back on YouTube with more exclusive content, so stay tuned.